What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Remy Ma, the ruler, and I'm here with my girl, Jen, on the one, the only, Ladies First.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? If you're watching, it's your girl, Jen from Brooklyn. Of course, we are on our campaign for Women's History Month for Ladies First, and I have a very, very special guest next to me. She has definitely set the tone for women in hip-hop. She's created her own career for herself. Women inspired to be like her. So I figured, why not invite the one and only Remy Ma to the show? Remy, what's up?
Thank you, Jen. I appreciate it.
Rem, I mean, you've done a lot for your career. Obviously, the things that you've been through in your life has been made public, and it's not even just about that. It's about women understanding and relating to you and feeling for you. So I think that's really dope. But let's take it all the way back.
Okay.
To a little Reminisce Smith and tell us how your childhood, where you grew up, obviously in the BX. And how that was and getting into the rap game.
I mean, I was so crazy. Like, I was born in the Bronx, and I was raised for the most part of my life in the Bronx. And I don't really know like how to say like how I got into the music things, like where a lot of people, they started out doing talent shows and showcases and things like that. I just used to rap, and my friends, which were guys, I used to always hang out with all the guys. They would pretty much bring me to different neighborhoods and bring people to our block so I could battle all these guys and stuff. And I used to, of course, do it in school.
Were you ever intimidated at all? I mean, is that even a question I can ask?
No, you know what it is? Because I I hung out with guys all day, it was like I was one of the guys. So if they brought a guy for me to, rap against, it was just like, okay. It was like I didn't think of it as this big deal, like, oh, I'm a female and I'm going against all these guys. I just never looked at it like that. But it just so happens that one day I was coming from school and I was going to my mom's house, and this guy who I was with, who was a friend of mine, ran into one of his friends, and they were just talking about how he was on tour and he was doing, and I'm like, who do you on tour with? He was like, oh, Big Pun. So I'm
just
like,
Big Pun.
Oh, okay. So, my friend that's with me, he's like, yo, she raps. She's really dope. You should listen to her. You should, let Pun hear her or whatever. And he was like, you got a phone? I'll call him. And I'm just like saying, like, you hang with Big Pun and you don't have a phone? Like,
you wasn't believing it.
This is the way I was thinking. I was like 17 years old. I'm like, I'm confused here. But, he called or whatever, and Pun, rest in peace, he was like, bring her over. So I was like, I'm not going to his house without somebody. So I called my mother. I'm like, Mom, come with me. Like,
oh, you brought your mom with you?
Because I didn't, like, you're saying, I knew that, like, people used to say that Pun lived around the corner from my mom. But I had never saw him. And I don't know who this guy is, this stranger guy talking about come with me to some house. So I called my mother to go with me. And we went.
And this was at a time when Pun was popping.
Pun was already double platinum. He was working on the Yeah Baby album. And yeah, he was pretty much the Grammy nominated Big Pun at this time. And we went over there, and he was just like, okay, let me hear something. I'm like, first of all, I'm just astonished. Like, he's Big Pun. Like, he's all of, 600 pounds of Big Pun. He's sitting in his boxes.
In his boxers?
In his boxes with like a towel or something around his neck. I'm just looking like, wow. Okay. So I whatever, the rap that I said for him that day ended up being the one that he put on the Yeah Baby album when he gave me my own song, Miss Martin. And that was the exact same rhyme that I had spit for him the day that I met. And it pretty much from there, he just was calling me every day. Like, I come home from school, he would call my house, like, where you at? I'm like, home? Oh, come downstairs. And I'll go downstairs and jump in whatever exotic car he was driving that day and go with him to the studio. And then, like, I think, like, the second or third day I had met him, he had took me to a video shoot with Fat Joe and Jennifer Lopez when they had did that song together. And I'm just sitting there like, how did I manage to get on the set of J-Lo's video shoot? Like, it was just really, everything just happened. And then, of course, like, sadly, he passed or whatever. And the album came out, and everyone, like, was like, who's this girl? Whatever. And the whole squad, Fat Joe, everybody that was there, they just pretty much like took me under the wing. It was a lot of people that were calling like, yo, come over here, we want to work with you, da-da-da. And I just was like, these are the guys who I started with. We were like family already, and just losing Pun was such a big deal and such, a blow that we was like, we got to stay together.
And I could only imagine you, because you were close with him. I mean, for us and the outsiders, we were hurt itself. So do you remember where you were when you found out that he passed?
I was actually in a taxi on my way to go where he was at. He was staying in this hotel because they were like doing renovations on his house. And I had just got out of school and I was on my way to go up there, and I was in a cab, and I'm like, and I heard them on the radio. It's like, yeah, they're saying that, you know, rapper Big Pun, he's passed. I'm like, oh, he is gonna be pissed when he hears this. Like, this is what I'm saying in my head. Like, when he hears that they're announcing this, like, he is who I want to be there when he curses these people out, like, phenomenally. But I called his phone and he didn't answer, which is normal. He doesn't answer all the time anyway. So I'm like, all right. So then I called his wife's phone and I didn't get an answer. Then when I called his driver's phone and I didn't get an answer, that's when, like, you know, I was like, okay, something's happening here. And somehow, I don't remember who was the exact person that told me that, you know, yeah, it is true, that's what happened. But it was just like, what? Like, to me, it was just like, I wasn't even really thinking like, oh my God, what's gonna happen with me now? Like, you know, I had just met him and everything was going wrong. We're in the studio. I was just thinking like he was everything to me. It was just like, I could not believe that happened. It just didn't make sense to me. It was totally out of left field. I did not expect it at all. And I was just more in shock, I guess, for like a long period of time. It was a shocking thing. Even now, to see like that was 16 years ago, that's just crazy to me. It's so crazy. Like,
it still feels like yesterday?
Yeah. It was like, it's like almost the age I was when I met him. Like, it's crazy.
What's the best piece of advice he gave you as far as a woman coming to the rap game? Because I'm sure he had something to tell you.
He always told me that, you know, whenever I get on the record, like, go at it as if, like, you know, you're going against everyone, that everyone's coming for you and you're coming for them, and you have to be the best. Like, that's what he always said. Like, even if I'm on a song with you, he's like, oh, especially if you're on a song with me, because, you know, I'm going to kill you. Like, you know, so yeah. I always kept that in mind whenever I do a record, whether it's with features, with other people on it, or if it's just a record by myself, I'll try to give it my best. So when the beat comes out and people start rapping over my beat, mine's still going to be the best one. And I just really, you know, I always keep that in the back of my mind whenever I'm doing any record.
So you joined Terror Squad. The whole success of Lean Back, you guys were Grammy nominated. I mean, what was that roller coaster ride like? Like, did you expect that record to drop and just be all over the place like it did?
I kind of did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
That's why I got on it.
Right.
When we were doing it, the record was actually for the Terror Squad album. And we were recording in Miami at Khaled's. And when I had came in, the record originally just had Joe on it all the way through. And I'm listening to it, I'm like, excuse me, to the engineer, the second verse, could you just get that out of here, please? I'm just gonna, you know, hook my mic up, put my headphones. So he was like, are you sure? Is Joe gonna be mad? It's a feeling, it'll pass, he'll get over it.
What?
And like, you know, and I went in there and I did what I did. And when he came the next day, I don't know if it was like immediately the next day, but I know we were playing the songs. And when it came on, he was just like, you know, he was shocked because I never told him that I had, like, you know, pretty much stole a spot on the record. But
was it a mad shock or like a surprise?
It was just a surprise shock, but it was good. He was like, I'm gonna let you rock. Like, it was good. So he left it. But I definitely, when I heard it, and at the time, you have to remember, Scotch Storch was on fire at that time. Like, everything he did was, you know, going to #1 on the chart. So it was just, I was like, oh my gosh. And it's a Scotch Storch beat. I'm in here. Sorry. There's no way I'm not getting on this record.
See, that's a woman right there. You went in there, you owned that. That's why she's on Ladies First. Just want to say that.
I mean, I definitely know. But even the whole album, the whole project was like, you know, a great feeling. We did Take Me Home off of that album. We did Yeah. It was a lot of records and it was just a feel-good record. Like, we were all in Miami recording the whole time, having fun and working. And what's so crazy, that's the same vibe that I had. Like, right now we're doing a project together and we had that same vibe. It was just only me and him, but it was like 2006 all over again, just the chemistry. And I really feel like what we just did is even bigger than Lean Back.
I gotta ask you, Rem. You know, it's really cool that you and Joe are cordial and family again and stuff. Do you think all that stuff, everything that happened in the media, you know, the so-called fallout between you and him and Terror Squad, was that kind of exaggerated a bit, or was there some truth behind it?
I think sometimes what happens is when we're together, it's an unbreakable bond. Like, people can't come in between us. Around that time, you know, I had my solo project out. He had his solo project out. We were all both on different paths, and we had a lot of people that, you know, oh, well, I think Rem should be doing this, and, you know, Rem, I think Joe should be doing this. And you should never allow outside influence to come in between what I consider family. And I think a lot of outside influence had things to do. Like, we were both in our feelings. Like, he was popping, I was popping, we was both doing what we was doing. So it came to a point where we would talk it out and agree, okay, Ram, I understand you. Okay, Joe, I understand you. It was just like we kept butting heads, and the people, it was nobody there to intervene, to be like, listen, this is crazy, I need to stop. And it just went, well, I'm gonna admit, I was a little bit younger, and I'm a little bit more of a high head, so I can admit and say that, you know, I am a bit more extreme than Joe is.
Okay.
Plus, I'm a female and he's a male. But I'm just happy that we got past it and that's over, and we can get to the state now where it's just like none of that never ever happened. I think that's what prolonged it too. But before I was released from prison, I was like, you know, I don't want to come home and have this beef with like somebody that I consider like really like a brother. I don't mean like my brother, like how these girls nowadays be saying like my brother, and then they'll go sleep with their brother. No, I mean like my brother, like him and my brother is cool. Him and my family, like my son, his son, like we all like, you know, he watched me grow up in this, and I just didn't want that anymore. When we spoke on the phone and I told him how I felt, he told me how he felt, and we was just like, you know, when you come home, it's just gonna be totally different, and that's what happened.
As that time was coming for you to be finally free, I mean, what was that inside? Were you ready to attack? Like, yo, I'm gonna come out and just go in?
It was kind of like mixed feelings, because I really wanted to just come home and just go in the studio and go on the road and do all this. And then I came home and reality set in. Like, I had to really get my life, my personal life together. Like, I've been gone for almost 7 years. I didn't have a license. I didn't have my son. He was with my mom. I had to move him back to New York. Little things that you think of, insurance and a doctor to go see and a car to drive, like everything. I didn't have any clothes. All my clothes that I had at home was from 7 years ago. So it was just like normal things that I never even crossed my mind that I had to do. And then I'm still on paper, so it wasn't even like I could just jump on a plane or jump in a car or on a bus or whatever and go where I wanted. Like, I had to literally wait until I could get permission to go perform and to make appearances. I'm still trying in the process right now to get, you know, a passport so I can go to places outside of, you know, United States territories. Like, right now I can go anywhere in the States and Puerto Rico and St. Thomas, places that we own, but it's hard. It's really hard. I'm very, very thankful that I'm doing as well as I am, because a lot of people that go through what I go through, they come home and they don't have nothing. Like, they can't get a job because you're a convicted felon. You know, everything that they had, their cars, their homes, that is gone. Their family been gave up on them. Their children, you know, resent them. So I'm very blessed in a lot of aspects, but I just feel bad sometimes because the fans like, you know, where's the music? Where's this? Where's that? Like, they don't understand that it's not that easy. Like,
Life
I have
gets
it there.
in the way.
I want to just be in the studio all day, 24/7, just dropping crazy records, cranking them out. Like, but it just wasn't possible for me to do as soon as I came home. It wasn't until like now. I've been home a year and I think 5 months, 5.5 months, something like that. Like, I've been home like 17 months. So now it's not till I'm really like situated to where I can move around, I can do things a little bit easier, but it's still hard. I'm still trying to learn just basic things from day to day that was invented while I was gone, like just technologies and things like that. So, you know, I feel sometimes I feel like I let people down because I'm not as, you know, mainstream as I was before I left and where I would like to be. But I think people who really are Remy Ma fans and really understand and have love for me, they'll wait just a little bit longer for me, just a little bit.
I think they will. And I don't know if you remember, but when you got on, you came here, you did a 97 seconds with us, a hot 97. We were talking about you and reflecting on your life and everything. And you said how, you gained a lot of friendships with the women that were in there with you.
Right.
And do you still have the friendships now? Do you still stay connected with them? I mean,
It's really hard because the way the system is set up, they rip you away from your family and your friends, and they put you in this faraway place where you're totally disconnected from the outside world. And for years, in my case, almost 6.5 years, you're living with these people. Like, I can't call my family when I want. I'm celebrating holidays with these people, everything. And you get these friendships and these bonds, and then when you're released, your stipulations say that you can't be in contact with any felons or anybody who has any type of cases and things like that. And
damn,
it's like, you just forced me to, be with these people, and now you're ripping me away from them. There's so many, not so many, but there's at least like 5 people that after all that time, I've formed good relationships with. And I would love to, have them over for dinner, and we just talk about like how the days when we used to sit there and be like wishing we were home, and the things we would do when we get here. And it's like I'm risking my freedom and going back to jail even by doing that. So it's not really as easy to just reach out to people that you care about, like based on the law.
I gotta mention this too. One of my favorite couples ever in life is you and Papoose. Shouts out to Papoose in the building. Like, you guys need to have your own show. Like, forget Love and Hip Hop. Like, I watch for you guys. Like, for real. No, it's not fake. It's not phony. It's like genuine love that I see between you guys.
Well,
I mean,
that was something that we was really concerned about. We didn't want to come off as, fake or outside of the people that we really are. But at the same time, we wanted people to be able to see a different side of us outside of the walk around the metal detectors and 5 fingers of death. Like, we wanted people to see a little bit deeper into that. And I get it every day. Oh my God, I only watch it for you, or you guys need your own show. And it's crazy because we really didn't really know what to expect, because in this industry and in the world that we live in, people try to make you feel like being in a relationship is bad if you're an entertainer.
Talk like, about it.
I know me personally, and I've been in this, like I said, I met Pam when I was like 17 years old. They try to encourage you to not have a boyfriend or not be single, because they want you to be desirable. They want to make it seem like they can, get you if they wanted to, or whatever the case may be. And the same thing like with guys, they try to teach like, oh, these groupies, you got to be on the road, you got to touch everything moving. So we didn't really know how people were going to take seeing 2 people that are both, artists, and just expressing how they really feel for each other. Like, it's like we don't have nothing else to hide. Like, we literally were forced to sit with each other and have deep conversations, like while our whole phone call was being listened to, or sit on a visiting floor for hours and can't touch each other, can't do so.
Damn, that must have killed you inside, huh?
What? I mean, we tried everything we could. Papoose is very crafty when it comes to
okay, all right,
trying to sneak in feels. But it's just like now it's just like we had to be away from each other and not able to love each other the way we wanted to for so long. It's like, we're not gonna let nothing, definitely not no cameras, stop us from being who we are. And I think it has encouraged other people in the industry and just in our culture, period, to embrace their love that they have for their significant other.
There's the rumor that you and Pap got married over the phone in jail, true? Or is that just all rumor?
Pap had got the officiant, the pastor, to pretty much get on a 3-way call with us, and he like said our vows as if we were standing there. Like, he was like, "No, do you?"
I'm about to cry. This is so romantic.
And then you, Remy. And
Wow.
it was really over a 3-way call. He
And
was
you
like,
you had no
"Okay."
idea. Like, you just
No,
picked up the
I didn't.
phone,
He was
and then
like,
all
I
of a
called
sudden it
him and
went.
he was like, I'm gonna get, Reverend Stanton on 3-way, and this is what we're gonna do. And I was like, okay. And he was like, you may kiss the bride, and he was like,
Aww.
but yeah, it was we had a lot of rough times in our relationship. We didn't have it easy at all.
But then it ended up good because you guys finally had your wedding.
We had a amazing, beautiful, crazy, like I tell people all the time, like when they be like, what do you want to do besides music? I'll be like, I want to be a wedding planner. Everyone thinks it's like the funniest thing ever.
Do you really?
I really do. So my first big wedding that I got to do was my own wedding. And when I tell you guys, I ate, slept, cried, breathed, everything this wedding, and I put everything into it. I had about a little bit less than 2 months to plan it, and it was everything. Like, people literally, like, 3 months later are still calling me, like, the food, the snow, the ice skaters, the this.
You had ice skaters at your wedding?
I had a winter wonderland wedding, so there was
okay.
like ice skaters. I had them build an ice skating rink inside of the venue.
Wow.
I had a gazillion snow machines dropping snow. I had dry ice fog machines. I had living statues that were like freaking people out left and right. It was amazing. I really went there.
As you should. Listen, if it doesn't work out for music, you know where to go.
I mean, I'm planning like 2 weddings now. One is my friend and one is somebody else. And I'm doing birthday parties. I have baby showers. Like, everyone's just like calling me like, I want you to, and it's fun. It's something that's fun to me. I feel like, because of the music thing, I have so much insight. I'd be like, oh, who you want to sing at your wedding? All right, hold on. I know how to get in touch with them.
Yeah.
All right, you need a dope makeup artist? Got those. Hair person? Hold on. What dress do you want? Let me call the stylist. Like,
Yes.
And then from doing like videos and stuff like that, I know where to get all the props from and stuff like that. And I'm just very, very coordinated. And I know, like, people who know me, they're like, they think I'm this genius. I'm really not. I'm close to it, but I'm not a genius. It's the Gemini thing. So I look into a lot of things. So I know things about flowers and things about linens. I know how to sew, and I know how to, and they're like, how do you know this? And I'm just like, I don't know. It's just things I do. But most people don't know that because they don't know me. They just think, it's Remy Ma, the rapper, whatever. But in my real life, outside of this,
You're a Susie Homemaker, pretty much.
Yeah, my friends call me Remy Ma the Stewart.
I'm saying that might be lucrative for you.
It's really fun, and it can make a lot of money, but I still have to do my music. I can't let it go just yet.
Well, Remy, you know a lot, clearly. You said a hell of a lot in this interview. And Remy, before you get out of here,
Okay.
we do this fun game called This or That.
Okay.
You're going to see 2 images pop up on the screen. It might be apples or oranges. You would pick apples if you like the apples. Very simple. Castle Hill or Fordham Road?
Castle Hill.
These are Bronx-born chicks, J-Lo or Kerry Washington?
Oh man. I'm gonna say Kerry Washington. Everyone knows that I love J-Lo, but I'm gonna say Kerry Washington just because she's just so Olivia Pope right now.
Do you like your nights turned up or Netflix and chill?
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, baby or Capital Punishment? I need to get these expressions right now.
That's a hard one. But because it's very special and very dear to me, I'm going to say, yeah, baby. But Capital Punishment was crazy. But I'm biased, and I'm going to say the one that I was on, yeah, baby.
Lean Back or Conceited?
You know what? Conceited.
Conceited?
Because
you were solo?
Because I just didn't make that title for no reason. That was a big record of mine, and I had a lot of people that was like, no, it's so different, and that's what you want to do. It was like totally different from anything that anyone had ever seen me do before, and it was so well received. Even today, like if I perform that song now, it's like chicks is just like, oh my God,
that's the female anthem.
That's my song. So I'm gonna have to like Lean Back is a wonderful thing. It's done wonderful things for my career, but Conceited is one of my babies.
Conceited. All right. Dope or MC? Roxanne Shante or MC Light?
I'm going to say, Oh man, this is a hard one. There's like,
I love it.
oh my God, who did this? Who set me? Y'all trying to set me up?
I did. I came up with all of these, bro.
I love both of them. Like personally, I know both of them personally, and I think they're both dope. But I'm gonna say MC Light, and that's only because like I remember like Roxanne Shante, she was a little bit before I was like listening to rap music. I was a little bit younger. I remember actually liking and knowing the words to some of MC Light's songs. I even like did the VH1 when they used to do the hip hop honors for her. So I'm gonna say MC Light just because I personally like lived through it, watched it happen. Whereas Roxanne Shante, I had to go back and dig in the crates and then see what was going on. So for that reason, I'm gonna say Light.
Love or hip hop?
Love.
Love.
I mean, hip hop is great. It's always gonna be there. It's a part of me, but love is like undying, everlasting when it's right. And
You're so romantic. I love it. I love it. More irritating, a man not cleaning up after himself or always cutting you off in an argument?
not cleaning up after himself.
Really? That's more annoying to you?
That is, I have like borderline OCD, so that drives me. Cut me off all you want. Like, it's not gonna really help because I'm and anybody who knows I'm very vocal. I have a little bass in my voice, and I know how to project it. I'll be fine. That not cleaning up, ugh.
Can't do it.
That's one of my pet peeves.
Is Pat messy or is he
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's why. Now we understand why.
Yes, he is. My poor babe. Oh, man.
More important to a record, the beat or the lyrics?
Me, personally, as an individual, I can tune the beat out and catch on to what you're saying. I'll be like, yeah, that beat is trash, but did you hear what he said? Like, that's me. But when I'm actually going to, produce a song or something, or create a song, I want the beat to be all that it can be so that people will pay attention enough to listen to my lyrics. So I'm going to say the beat, even though I personally don't feel like that.
Gems upon gems right here. I got two more for you, all right?
Okay.
Win a Grammy or have the #1 album on Billboard for a month?
I'll take the Grammy.
Take the Grammy.
The Grammy, you know why? Because when you're presented and say in anything, if you're on a talk show or you're just sitting down right here talking to you, you're not gonna ever introduce someone like Billboard was #1 for a month in August 2009. But when you win that Grammy, it's like the stamp. It's always gonna be Grammy nominated so and so.
Final question. Don't be mad, please. But if you can answer, that'll be great.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
If you were stuck on an island and could only bring one person with you, would you bring Big Pun or Papoose?
Pun, I love you so much. But that's my brother. I cannot have sex with him stranded on an island. I have to bring Babe. I have to. I love you to death, and I wish you could be there when we could write these crazy rhymes all day. But I'm stranded on an island. A girl has needs.
You know what's funny? A lot of the females that I asked this question to, they say the same damn thing. I'm going to have to switch up the question a little bit.
Because
you need
the
some.
first thing you think about, like, stranded on an island, like, I know how it feels to be locked away from it. No, never again. I can't do it twice.
Okay, I can understand that. Women need to have their needs if they're stuck on an island, right?
That's my husband. It says to death do us part. And if I'm going to die on this stranger island, he has to be there.
All right, cool. So we're going to play another quick game.
Okay.
So I recently got my eyes on a Dr. Della Russo, right?
Okay.
So I can see everything 2020 vision right now, right?
Okay.
I'm going to test your vision and see
Okay.
if you see what's going on here, right?
All right, let's see.
It's going to be albums that pop up, blurred albums, and you got to name it. And the commonality about all these albums is the 20th anniversary this year, if that helps you out a little bit, all right?
Okay.
Can you name the first album?
You cannot be serious.
For real?
I don't
you can't?
know. It
Think
looks
about
like,
it. All right, maybe
is
some
that
hints.
is that Method Man? No, I don't know. I cannot.
Okay.
I literally have no. It looks like a dog that has glasses on. Seriously.
Can I give you a hint?
Okay.
He's from Brooklyn. You gotta name the album, though.
That's not Ready to Die. That's not Hove. I mean, that's not big. I don't know. 20 years ago? Mm-hmm. Tell me what it is. Unblurred, please.
Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt. You was on the right path.
You know what? That did not look anything like that.
It was too blurred out.
I need Della Russo right now
Yes.
because this is just crazy. I need my 2020 up to something else.
All right, well, let's move on to the next one. Try the next one.
Okay. Oh, that's Little Kim. That's
Which album?
That's hardcore.
Got it. Okay, you got that one. Next one.
That's Nas, Illmatic.
You on? Oh, it was written.
I mean, it was written. You know what I'm. But
It
I
was
went
the
Nas.
head.
It was right. But I knew which one it was. I didn't mean to say Illmatic. It was written. That was my favorite Nas album.
Better than
ever.
Illmatic?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, I like. It was written better.
Okay.
Very much. He's dumb cute right there too.
I'm Pat didn't hear that. Next one.
That's the Fugees.
Which album?
I don't know the name of the album. It's the Fugees album.
Rem is the score.
I don't because I don't know the name of the album. I get points as long as I know what the album is.
You know what? You right. You good.
Who knows the names of the albums?
We got one more. Is that it? I can't see the fingers. We have one more. That's it. One more. All right. One
that's
more.
Pop. All Eyes on Me.
That's it. She got it.
No, I know the name of that one though.
You know, because it's Pop. You already know.
That's Pop. So I got almost all of them except for one.
Girl, your vision straight. You good money. Shouts out to Dr. Della Russo and the Della Russo family for hooking us up with the Blurred Vision game. And now, this was an incredible interview, Rem.
Thank you.
But it's not done.
Okay, what I gotta do now?
Well, Rem's gonna lace us up with an in-studio performance
Oh, okay. I could do that.
of her new single, right?
Hands down. The original one has Rick Ross on it and Yo Gotti.
Gotti.
This is the one that I'm doing special just for you guys.
That's right. Exclusive Remy Ma, ladies first. Let's do it.
Doors up, doors down. When I'm in the club, bitches going down. Shorty thick as fuck, hands down. Hands up, hands down.
Grammy Boys.
Shorty fucking hands down. I see my phone blowing up, I know it going down. Once I busted out the rapper, then it hit the town. Keeping numbers in the city, boy, going down. Doors up, doors down. When I'm in the club, bitches going down. See, shorty thick as fuck, hands down. Hands up, hands down. Niggas stand up, chicks stand down. Cause it's bad bitches on deck when I'm around. You see this nigga rich as fuck, hands down. He throw bands up and bands come down. Yeah, this dude be spending cash down. I heard that he be tricking, but the nigga ain't a clown. He usually do the red bone, tonight he want a brown. Said the pussy so loud, these other bitches dead now. Cause when we laid up, I laid down. When he in the pussy, nigga sway about to drown. Yeah, it be wet as fuck, hands down. With the legs up or with the legs down. Tell them niggas, doors up, doors up, doors down, doors down. When I'm in the club, it going down. It's going down. Hands down, hands up, hands down. Shorty fucking hands down. I see my phone blowing up, I know it going down. Once I busted out the rapper, then it hit the town. Keeping numbers in the city, boy, going down. Doors up, doors down. When I'm in the club, bitches going down. Shorty thick as fuck, hands down. Hands up, hands down. See they ran up, got ran down. Cause it's real niggas in here when I'm around. You see this nigga wanna fuck, hands down. You got the man up, man down. Yeah, see we just got another round. Said he like me better when I'm bigger, yeah he like the pounds. He think he triggers, so he'll make the neighbors hear the sound. When I'm on the color Winsky all over my gown. Cause when it's head up, my head down. Ain't never have a problem putting these upon the ground. See, I don't give a fuck, hands down. Cause first I get it up, and then I get it down. Tell them niggas, doors up, doors down. When I'm in the club, bitches going down. Shorty thick as fuck, hands down. Hands up, hands down. Shorty fucking hands down. I see my phone blowing up, I know it going down. Once I busted out the rapper, then it hit the town. Keeping numbers in the city, boy, going down. Doors up, doors down. When I'm in the club, bitches going down. You see I'm thick as fuck, hands down. Hands up, hands down.
Remy Ma! Yes, mama!
Thank
Killed
you.
that.
Thank
You
you.
see me in the back? I was like this, just bouncing. Mad hype. Thank you so much for being
Thank
part
you
of
for
Ladies
having
First.
me. Thank you.
And let them know if they want to find your stuff or follow you on
Oh,
social
y'all
media.
make sure me and Pat, we just started our own Black Love line.
Yes.
Look for it online. My Instagram is The Real Remy Ma. My Twitter is Real Remy Ma. Facebook, I think it's just plain Remy Ma. It's just Remy Ma everything. That Black Love merchandise though, y'all need that in your life. Everybody.